Have a nice day. Today is Saturday, 1st of April 2023. Welcome to the new month also. In 1935, 1st of April, India's central banking institution, the Reserve Bank of India, is formed. 1937, Aden becomes a British crown colony. 1976, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak found Apple Computer in 1979. On the same day, Iran becomes an Islamic republic by 99% vote, officially overthrowing the Shah. 1984, on the same day, singer Marvin Gaye is shot to death by his father in his home in Arlington Heights, Los Angeles, California. From the Indian history, 1st of April is the birth anniversary of Guru Tegh Bahadur, Shiva Kumara Swami, Tarun Gogai, Muhammad Hamid Ansari, Ajit Lakshman Watkar, and Siddhartha Roy. 1st April is also observed as the death anniversary of the Palghat Kolingode, Vishwanathan Narayan Swami. So, starting the newspaper analyst with the newspaper The Hindu states that Women and Child Development Ministry says MG workers will build almost 75% of Anganwadis in 2023. The rural jobs scheme will bear rupees 8 lakh out of the 12 lakh rupees 12 lakh cost of building a new Anganwadi center, with the rest split between center and state. 20,000 new centers will be built in the convergence with the MG Naregas. A view of an Anganwadi center in Vishakhapatnam. The Hindu newspaper also states that former United States President Donald Trump will not be handcuffed when he surrenders, says liar. Donald Trump is due to appear to face an indictment following a grand jury investigation of a hush money payment to porn star Stormy Daniels during Trump's 2016 campaign. The Hindu newspaper also states that highest proportional increase of COVID-19 cases in India. World Health Organization says XBB.1.16, the new Omicron variant, is responsible for the spike, says the global health body in its report for the period from February 27 to March 26. No rise in hospitalization or deaths notched. A health worker collects a swab sample from a man for COVID-19 testing in New Delhi on March 31st, 2023. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that center eases wheat procurement norms for Madhya Pradesh. The center's move is significant as the state is scheduled to go into assembly polls later this year. Days after the Madhya Pradesh government sought a relaxation of procurement norms in the wake of damage caused by unseasonal rainfall and hailstorm, the Central Friday eased the uniform specifications for procurement of wheat from the state during the ongoing Rabi marketing season 2023 to 2024. The center's move is significant as the state is scheduled to go into assembly polls later this year. Indian Express also states that India's G20 presidency is extraordinary. We support all priorities put forward by it. Lukash spoke about the Russia-Ukraine war and its impact on the G20 negotiations, Russian President Vladimir Putin's plans to visit India, and India's possible role in the war. Svetlana Lukash, Russia's G20 Sherpa. Indian Express also states that J&K warns government staff against excessive ITR refund claims. It added that the various employees had claimed a refund of TDS made by their respective drawing and disbursing officers' DDOs either substantially or fully. Referring to the March 17 letter, a circular issued by J&K's Finance Department had on Tuesday read large number of individual taxpayers, particularly those who derive income from salaries, have claimed excessive deductions under the various sections of Income Tax Act without actually being eligible for such deductions. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that though open should India be interested, says United States NATO ambassador, that is Julani Smith, U.S. NATO ambassador. Remember the name Julani Smith. United States NATO ambassador Julani Smith, while speaking on NATO and strengthening relationships with South Asia and Indo-Pacific virtually said the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, that is NATO, is ready to engage more with India if it is interested. The ambassador through stressed that currently there are no plans for the alliance to expand this to a broader global military alliance. Hence, the Times also states that must expedite a conclusion of trials under special laws. Supreme Court trials involving special laws with the straight bail provisions must be concluded speedily. Speedily, the Supreme Court said in the recent judgment and directed courts to be sensitive to the fact that the incarceration has deleterious effects on the trials, and if the trial is not concluded in the time, the injustice inflicted on the individual is measurable. Trials involving special laws with the straight bail provision must be concluded speedily, the Supreme Court said. Hindustan Times also states that IMF approves $1.6 billion loan for Ukraine. The International Monetary Fund's executive board on Friday approved a 4-year $15.6 billion financing package for Ukraine as part of $115 billion total international support package as a Russia invasion stretched into the second year, the IMF said. Russia and Ukraine war smoke imminent from multiple blinks after shelling in the Donetsk region. Going towards the economy of the country, Center raises interest rate on most small savings schemes except PPF for June quarter. The government has raised returns on most small savings schemes for the April to June quarter, bearing the Public Provident Fund (PPF), whose returns have been static at 7.1% for the last 3 years. Returns on PPF have remained static at 7.1% for the last 3 years. Two United States PE fund exit Shriram Properties after selling 14.27% stake. Two US-based real estate private equity firms Walton Street Capital and Starwood Capital have exited Shriram Properties Limited (SPL) by selling 14.27% stake through a bulk deal on the NSE for 134 crore. Shriram Properties Limited Chairman and Managing Director M. Murali. Markets and last trading day of financial year 2023 in the style Sensex Nifty rally nearly 2% on firm global trends. Benchmark indices Sensex Nifty ended the last day of 2022-23 physically with a nearly 2% jump on March 31 in line with firm trends in the global markets and heavy buying in index major Reliance Industries. The 30-share BSE Sensex zoomed 1,031.43 points or 1.78% to finish at 58,991.52. The border NSE Nifty climbed 279.05 points or 1.63% to the end at 17,359.75. Going towards the world news, including a Fed may stick with one more rate hike. Even as inflation cools, India is among 6 dead while trying to enter United States from Canada. Please Trump to be arraigned Tuesday to face New York indictment. China-Japan set up military hotline to manage maritime air incidents over the disputed islands. Donald Trump liar says ex-president will not be handcuffed when he surrenders. Going towards the science and technology, in an Indian Institute of Science researchers designed a compact supercapacitor which can be used in devices ranging from the street lights to electric cars. Indian Institute of Science researchers have designed a novel ultra micro supercapacitor, a tiny device capable of storing an enormous amount of electric charge. Their supercapacitor is fully functional and can be deployed in energy storage devices. A view of Indian Institute of Science's main building in the Bengaluru. New study finds a T-Rex and Kin had lips challenges popular image of toothy monster. What we are in many ways striving for here is for dinosaurs to be seen for what they were, animals, and not purely as movie monsters, said paleontologists. They probably did not smile, frown, or snarl, but T Rex and its relatives almost certainly had these dinosaurs' equivalent of lips. A new finding by scientists that challenged the popular depictions of these predators as having big, nasty teeth sticking out of their mouths as an image. ATREE announces Balaram, a former director of Indian Institute of Science, as its new chairperson. The current chairperson, Kamal Bhawa, will be the stepping down from the BOT on March 31, 2023. A file photo for former Indian Institute of Science Director Professor P. Balaram with the Professor Subra Suresh, President of Carnegie Mellon University, United States of America. At last, there is a famous quotation said by Lal Bahadur Shastri, whose birth anniversary is 2 October 1904 up to 11 January 1966, who was an Indian politician and statesman who was served as the second Prime Minister of India from 1964 to 1966 and sixth Home Minister of India from 1961 to 63. He promoted the White Revolution and national campaign to increase the production and supply of milk by supporting the Amul Milk Cooperative of Anand, Gujarat, and creating the National Dairy Development Board, underlining the need to boost India's food production. Shastri also promoted the Green Revolution in India in 1965. This led to an increase in food grain production, especially in the states of Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Lal Bahadur Shastri says a famous quotation. He states that discipline and united action are the real sources of strength for the nation. Okay, thank you.